Welcome to Creators Construct. This is a 1 month SMP put together by Rocket6268. I think it's 2628 by Rocket from Dragonpill. And it's myself and 7 or 8 other different creators. And the idea is this is a purely survival, no creative building, no litematica. Every block is placed and done by hand for 1 month. We picked a theme, and the theme was will be explained here in a bit. And at the end of the month, we had a couple of people, Calvin and Millie, both come in and we did a tour. Now, I was initially going to do a couple of different videos on this, but life is just life. You know how it is. So what you're getting here is a post-completion month-long tour of everything that's going on. I did stream this a few times. I did publicize it a little bit. This is going to be the only video on it just because of time constraints. And I will see you at the end. Enjoy!
Oh goodness, where should we start, guys?
Right here. Why not?
Right here?
But let's give them
All
premise. Right. Let's give them the premise of what's going on here, just so they have a context.
Yeah. So
actually,
the premise
I feel
of
like
the build.
you should ask what they think the context is.
What do you think the context is?
The context. The theme is dystopian zombie apocalypse.
I like
not
it.
bad.
I like
That's
it.
actually
That
pretty.
one.
That's pretty dead.
That's actually pretty close.
Yeah.
Some of
It's
this,
really
like looking
close.
around, because I haven't got to sit in too many of the streams, but looking around, seeing like the rundown buildings, the potholes and stuff like that, and even like the places where you have like the little garage-looking things that you have over here, where you're putting all of your like supplies and stuff like that. It made me think of like DayZ, like post-apocalyptic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all are really close, actually.
You're all very close. You're all in the same general area. You're just slightly off.
Anki, would you like to give them the premise?
So, if you look in the middle of the crater, you see there is a meteor, and it has got some crying obsidian in it. So the meteor, it's a meteor crash, basically. It came from an alien location, right? And you can see from that building over there where it came through the building, through the side of the mountain, and it's like plummeted into the ground. It created the whole thing.
Okay.
So the idea is this hole wasn't here. This was a city. So this is a street that went on across to the other side that's gone now. There's a mudslide over there. This was an active city. There's subways, different like that. And then the meteor crash happened, and basically everything in this part of the city died. Now, if you see in the distance over there on the far side over there, there's a white wall. Well, almost everything.
Now everything.
Well,
I
nature's
fixed it.
reclaiming it. That's part of the thing,
Well,
right?
We hadn't gotten to that part of the story yet.
Yeah, okay.
I was just making sure we were tracking.
So the general
Have any eggs?
the general gist of it is
No.
basically life near the meteor, near the crater. The crater is basically just you can't come here, and so no one lives here.
Okay.
So you look over on the far side, you've got that white wall, right? So
Yeah.
the gist is anything beyond that wall is still alive, and if we had time, I didn't think we would. There would be another city on the outside. So the center part would be ground zero, and the rest of it would be the further you got away from it, the more life was actually there. So this part has been completely abandoned for a multitude of any possible reasons, which is up for anyone's imagination. We didn't specify. Just that people do not want to be here anymore.
I love it.
It's open to interpretation.
Sure.
The premise was set down before, or did you like come up with it as you were building?
It was something we came to establish before we started. It was something that we talked about.
I think that
Nice.
as we built, though, it did change and like
It changed,
switched around a little bit, just because we realized our time constraints and
We overplanned.
yes. So we did shift our plan a little bit to fit what we were
Many
building.
ideas.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got overly ambitious for how much time we all legitimately had to put into this. Is what it boils
It is
down
huge,
to.
though.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It is a large area, yeah. So this would basically be the main thoroughfare, and this building right here was a hospital, essentially.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this was me and Law. I'm very proud of how this came out, actually. This is one of the first builds that got put up. I feel like we did a pretty good job.
I
Mhm.
like
We
it.
didn't really know
No,
what we were
it's
doing
really
just
nice.
yet.
Yeah, it's hard to get like the scope and the scale of it from ground level. You really need
From
to.
around, yeah, I was like struggling
Yeah.
with that, but the moment I freak out, yeah, it looks, yeah, it's nice.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
turned my shaders back on.
Hello.
Oh wow.
Definitely added to the vibe you were going for.
Oh wow, yeah. That one, this one. Oh wait, this one. Stash, this is yours. Take it away, man.
Tower.
It's just a tower.
Enough said.
I
The
do
tower.
like a simple description.
So we all
Short
kind
and
of
to
we all
the
kind of
point.
like took like this is I'm building here, I'm building there. And we all have our own different ideas of what was what where. So
Okay.
Yeah.
the crater, the meteor, and one other building here is all mine, and a lot of this is a lot of other people like doing a lot. We all kind of do our own thing and help each other out as necessary.
I had a sense, I don't know why, that the meteorite was honky. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You did something like this?
I've
past,
done
right?
multiple of them. Yes, I did it.
Ah,
I
okay,
did
that makes
one.
sense.
That was my entry in season 4. Remember, I came crashing
That
into a
is
meteor.
right. There we go. That's what I was. It was ringing a bell, and I was like, why?
Yeah, I
I
used the
couldn't
same
remember.
basic concept, updated a little bit.
I like it.
So the other thing with this that I think needs to be pointed out is there was no creative building. This was all freehand. This was all done.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah.
And
I guess I
litematica,
should
all
explain
just-
kind of the premise real quick of the server itself. Create a construct is no creative planning whatsoever. There's no litematica. There's no building in beforehand. You log into the world. It's pure survival Minecraft. You log in and you build in Minecraft in survival.
This is a nice detail. Who did this?
This was
First-
me. I did the streetlights.
First the banners
I'm very
for the thing.
very-
that is, yeah.
proud of them.
and the one falling down, yeah.
So this
Yeah.
building was free, right? Corrupted tree.
Tree.
Yeah.
This was
Tree
Oh,
built this
okay.
in the last week.
Yep.
That's
I think he
really
finished.
nice.
Yeah.
He
He
finished
really.
it yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, trees like just
Ace.
eye for detail. This is amazing. I was blown away. Well, I logged in
Oh,
and
yeah.
went, "What? Where did this come from?"
It just kind of appeared
Nice.
overnight.
Like literally, it just kind of
was-
showed up. It's like, what? What? Huh?
Even around
As
the
tree
backside
does.
also. I don't know if you guys are free camming all the way around, but yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it shows freak out.
It's a
Yeah.
little smiley face.
Is there a smiley face in the back?
Yeah, yeah,
There is a
is.
smiley face in the back.
Oh, that's hilarious.
see.
Oh, yeah, there it is. That's so funny.
Photon breaks the banners for me, but
So
It
when he
does.
was
what it does
talking
with
about
everything
it,
else is delightful.
the intention was that these parts down here are like businesses of some kind, and then above you have apartment buildings. And then around the corner to the south, this blue one, that is a hotel type
Oh.
deal. So
Oh, I like
just
this.
from what I remember when he was talking to me about the plan, that's
Very
kind of what he was
nice.
going for.
It's almost steampunky.
I love it. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that.
This is beautiful.
Well, because he did that big steampunk city at one point, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yep.
on
Yeah.
Experience
That was
Networks.
the reference
SMP.
pictures that he was using. Sorry. So the inspiration for this
Ooh.
actually at my work, I work in a city,
This is
and
really nice.
every day staring out the window, I can see like this old building. I think it's a bank. So I decided that it was a bank and kind of
Ooh.
made it
I like
based
it.
on that.
Oh, I,
I really like the
that.
contrast between this and that. Like this one is very busy, and this one is very like a place to rest the eyes. So cool.
Yes, and I like that
It
there's
works
so much
well.
variety between the buildings because in a bustling downtown area, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get some really old
Oh, yeah.
buildings, and you're going to get new buildings.
This is the courthouse that I built.
Okay, this is
Ooh.
yours.
Don't look at the back.
Gonna look at the back.
Oh, I'd rather you didn't.
Well, don't
shouldn't
say
have
don't look
pointed
at the
it
back.
out.
Hello. I see you have a Hollywood
Wall.
set.
At
Yeah,
least
yeah,
it's-
yeah,
At
yeah.
least it has
That's what I
a
call
back.
them, Hollywood set. You have a
So
Hollywood
they were
set.
getting on to me and they said build a wall, and so I took it very literally and used the wall blocks.
Guy.
That works.
This was
So-
Crink.
Yep, this was all Crink. He did a
The
car
queen-
garage, a parking garage.
Okay.
This came out really impressive. Like this,
I
Yeah.
haven't explored this one before.
he really turned this thing
Following
around.
you.
So if
Oh,
you go up to
jeez.
the top floor and you look
We parked
down,
here.
you can see the trajectory that the meteor came through.
So grey concrete. Oh, this is the one that was broken down. Okay.
Yeah.
It was
Ah!
right in the
Oh, you
path
just
and
scared
just-
me.
Ah,
Yeah, so if you
I love
come
that I
if
didn't realize where
Oh.
we were going. That is good.
you come
I like
stand,
that.
it even looks even better from up there.
Neat.
You can see exactly where the crater, the meteor came crashing through it.
If you free
I
cam back
see.
a little bit too, you can.
You really get the
This is
gist
cool.
of it.
Very neat.
That's nice. That's really, really nice. I like it.
Crink will be making a video on this so you can kind of watch his process. Oh yeah, I
Moving a
remember
bit-
first week of the server, we were doing math to try and figure out how big this crater would be.
Oh, I can appreciate the gradient now. At night, I couldn't see the gradient of that tower. What is it like? I thought it was blue terracotta. It's gray concrete, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe so.
nice.
I do like that.
Oh,
That is, yep. Yeah, the trying to figure out. So the crater crash was actually kind of hard to do because I needed to like I looked at real meteor landings actually because I wanted to
You don't like
simulate
that
what it would
McDonald's?
actually be like. And so there's a huge chunk of this that in the actual natural cave system was just huge caves, and so I had to fill it in. And so the idea is half of the meteor is basically disintegrated at this point from entry, and so it's only halfway on the ground. But the impact would have created a movement of Earth like in drastic directions, and so it's bedded really far in, and then everything else is just kind of shoved to the side, which is why it's got the bulges on the outside when you come in, when
That's
you look
pretty
at it.
Makes sense. Okay.
And I like this idea that like even though it's been a long time and the buildings are all dilapidated and clearly nature's taken over, that area is still steaming and just will not cool down.
I like it. That's pretty
I
cool.
love the detail of the. I love the detail of the
Uh,
sewer over here.
Did you bring enough for the class?
So
Rocket?
that is not a sewer, it's a subway. It's a subway that went through that got destroyed when the meteor landed.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
this was Oak who did this, but
Ah, okay.
Oak
hold
really
on.
worked heavily on the roads as well. And the wall. Oak
He's
did
been-
the
This
wall.
is this is super clever.
Yep.
Like super clever.
We initially at one point wanted to put like conduit and underground, whatever that would be, like running underneath the buildings. It was one of those things like, yeah, we
Oh,
could do
there's
this
another one
if we've
here.
got time, and we didn't have time, all things considered.
If we want to head up to the wall, we can kind of show off what Oak did. So Oak did this lovely wall. And this garage door here that opens to the wall, which you might recognize from my base out in Dragonfell.
So this is like a containment wall for what you
Yeah,
saw in the story?
basically.
Okay.
More or less, yes. So the
Yeah.
wall portion, what Oak came up with, and I think this was very clever, is that he did use the polished diorite, but then he used unpolished diorite and bits and pieces of diorite wall, in order to get the difference in depth. And then down at the bottom of the wall, he's got like rubble that fell off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's clever. That's always
Yeah.
that is always that nice extra detail that just
Mm-hmm.
pushes an already good build over the top. Because
Oh, yeah.
it's like, okay, well, there's not just holes in the wall. Where did the stuff go that was in the holes? Well, it
Yep.
fell on the
Right.
ground below. So I love it when I get to see that stuff because it makes me
Yeah.
so happy because not everybody's brain like works that way. We just think, oh, well, there's something went through it, so it's gonna be a blown out spot. And okay, but
Where's the rubble?
there's going to be pieces of stuff everywhere.
So here's what I see with this story. Like the wall to me closes the story a bit more because you have like the city that was lived in. It was destroyed by the meteorite. Then they made a containing wall to kinda evacuate the people and study the thing. And then it's like many years went by. So we are like taking a look at something from really old. I think
Right.
that makes sense.
It
Yeah.
If
gives
not the
me-
wall kind of contrasts with the style as well. So it looks like something that was put in there after in the style, and then it's ruined. So yeah, I like it.
This is something
The,
I
little,
looked over
the
and I was like,
storage containments.
I was like, holy heck, this is Daisy right here. Right here. This is Daisy all day long.
This
Because
is really nice.
there are these spots in the game where there's these rows of storage units,
Yeah.
and that's immediately what it made me think of, which is great because those are some tricky places to navigate.
It's
So it
super
adds
clever
thrill
to
to the
use this
game.
as a storage room as well.
Knocked it out
Um,
of the park.
Across the street is supposed to be a little bus depot.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of see the idea was the whole like bus parking lot bit got sucked into the
pit.
Mainly because I started building, realized I went too big, and didn't want to do it again. So here we are.
That happened. It happened.
That does.
It's happened a
indeed
few
happen.
times, I think.
Rocket?
This was the first building that I did, that got put up in the city. I call it the Pill Caddy. It's supposed to be like a giant office corporate building, but it looks kind of like a pill caddy, so we call it the Pill Caddy. I'm actually like the
Oh my
more I look at it, the less I hate it. I'm actually kind of proud of it.
Well, after the world download, it's gonna have office spaces in it.
I'm excited.
Okay.
Props for
Neat.
props due. Rocket was really critical of himself about this, but I think it turned out great.
I
Yeah.
also think it turned
I
out
have
great.
grown throughout this process because I've learned to not to get stuck on every single detail. I think I've grown.
Lie, is this the best you were working?
was gonna say-
I
Yeah,
tabbed
we need to look at the bus.
hard because I was working on something. This is so good. It's so
It's a
good.
sideway bus. No way.
Yep.
Wait, where am
I flippin' love it.
Thank you.
Changing directions of things is so stinking hard.
Oh,
It
I
really
see.
is.
This is cool. This is so cool. I like that you changed it to this idea.
No, this is great.
Way more
Yeah.
satisfying.
Next building
do it.
is this way. And Law did
Oh.
this one, if you want to explain.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This is basically just an apartment building. I wanted it to be like super, I don't know, cookie cutter. So everything is just repeated all over
You
the
know
place.
I'm digging the shapes of
And
those
then
windows,
it's
right?
overground.
Yeah.
Yes.
Freaking
Yes.
love the shapes of those windows.
I do too.
Ugh.
I do too. I think this building turned out really nicely.
Oh, and I love a good archway with these doors. Let's go. I love arches, man.
Yeah.
I want to make a building now here.
Someone
Right?
mentioned. I don't know, who told me that it was
Let's do yours first, Donkey.
Okay, so this again is a mixture of I wanted an old building in the middle of all the new ones. So this is an old
Pretty old.
office building that the concept was, I just ran out of time to fully execute it, is that half of it slid into the pit. So I covered the entire side with mud, and I was going to have half the buildings down at the bottom like it was, like it opened a sinkhole and just
Right.
shredded. So, but that's the reason why this is like one of the only buildings that has an interior, is because otherwise it would just be really, really weird.
Yeah, we built this interior in the last 20 minutes.
We did.
Um,
We did.
Ah,
we
that's
were
what you were
speeding.
working on. Right, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I really
you've
like
got
this. This
you've
is
got
cool.
the stairs to the top. I never got the ventilation systems in. You have part of the building that's burned and collapsed. You've got remnants of what was in here. There's a little like outdoor seating break area in the back that's now like overgrown and like dilapidated. You've got bits and pieces. This is something I like to do. If you look at the little balconies up there, they're all spruce trap doors, but I've got bits of spruce trap doors down here. I've got pieces of the sides that are like hanging around the side and they're collapsed. Like they're there, but only just barely.
Right.
So I've got like windows that are missing because they've been smashed out, stuff like that. Pieces that are broken.
Very clever.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So I actually looked at war zones a long time ago for what do buildings look like that have been destroyed, and these are some of the things that I noticed. There's entire walls that are being held up by a single brick. Like the whole thing is like it's a 10-foot like section, and it's being held up by one brick at the bottom of the wall. I'm like, okay, well, if that's possible, then why can't I do that a bit more like aesthetically this way? So
Right.
this unfortunately is not to the degree that I would like it to be finished, but I'm happy enough with it as it is. for
Very
how
good.
much time it was one of those builds that I got halfway through it and I just ran out of inspiration, and then I woke up this morning and went, I know what I need to do.
Oh no.
That's kind of what happened.
Exactly
So-
like that.
That
Like
is
he's waking
also
up from
fair.
stasis.
Right, literally.
It
I got
happens.
up, got coffee, hopped in the game. Like literally, I was awake for 10 minutes when I was in the game. That's quite literally what happened this morning.
I'm across the street. Originally,
Ah,
this was a
okay.
corporate building. I've changed it to a library because my chat said it looked more like a library, and I agree.
Oh, I'd read here. Sure would.
Right? Library.
Sure would.
The way
That's
the way I
nice.
got the like destroyed bits is I took some TNT and I blew it up.
You know, that's
I have a
fair.
fun
I've done
story
that
about
before.
that.
Do do do.
So this section, who did the strip mall?
that would be me.
You take it
I
away.
built a little strip mall because cities normally have them. I
Yeah.
kind of ran out of inspiration for it. I wasn't. Hey, Melly, that's not a guys. Oh God.
No, I'm sorry. I just watched them jump through the window and then absolutely disappear.
And then the distance, all you hear is, oh no!
I was like, I saw do 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 zunk gone.
Remember
Names.
me.
Yeah, that.
I can see my house from here!
Oh, jeez, that's my face.
This is a little strip mall. I kind of ran out of ideas for it, so it's a little more plain than I would have liked it, but I'm still kind of proud. I'm actually really proud of how this came out.
It was
overall.
really nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh right,
Oh,
parking garage. This was
totally
Oak.
passes.
This was Oak. He built a little garage. I forgot to put a car in here. I'm now realizing it's fine. Oak wanted parking for the hospital because he said he needed it, and I built a building where he wanted to put the parking lot, so he built this instead.
So the funny thing with the skeleton horses is they spawned on day 3. I just saw the trigger horse. I have a bit recorded. The audio's kind of poor on it, but I have a bit recorded. I'm like, that's a trigger horse. And I got close enough to trigger it, and I managed to save all 4 horses and kill the skeletons. I'm like, you know what? It'd be kind of fun to have them roaming the city
Right?
because
That's
Nice.
wild.
it just leaves them around. And again, it
Yeah.
leaves everything up for interpretation of what happened here. Why are there horses here to begin with?
Villain.
You have no idea
They got
why,
hungry.
but they're dead. Yeah,
They got hungry.
But they're dead.
but they're dead. So what happened? Who knows? No one does.
This was Stash. Stash, you want to take it away?
It's good.
I just thought every city should have like the old diner that like kind of looks retro, but it's like also modern at the same time.
Oh yeah, no, I like it. I dig
And
it.
I want like
I
the,
like
the sign on top to be like a little destroyed because like it's been a while since
I like that.
I dig it.
Very
I
good.
dig it.
Those are some of my favorite little diners on the same theme. That's always been one of my favorite things about Minecraft is that you could give 10 builders this is the theme, and everybody is going to interpret that theme differently. So being
Oh,
able
yeah.
to see the different interpretations of what you were going for, but then also like be able to see the differences and the similarities is really cool, and how different pieces come together. I think you guys did you smashed it out of the park. Really good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Really good
I was
job.
muted for like the past 15 minutes. I was like, well, okay, now it sounds great. It's fine.
Wow.
No, but I like it. I like
This guy.
it.
He's running around on a skelly horse.
There's also
This
dogs
is
here.
standard Calvin. He doesn't sit still anymore.
Anki, I like how you said that, like when the different pieces that you were looking at of like the destroyed buildings and like the stuff like where the meteor is and the crater is. I think that's a really clever way of going about it, of looking up what that type of stuff
Oh, no,
looks
my
like
sword.
IRL and seeing if you can
Replicate it.
interpret that into Minecraft blocks. And I think that you did a really good job with it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tells a really nice story. A full story. It tells a full story. That's the thing.
Oh, that's good.
And being able to pull off this in a month is crazy.
Mm.
It's crazy. And
Yeah, I
sticking
think
to
we're
a
all gonna
theme.
go crash for the next week.
That's probably what will happen. I totally understand that feeling.
Oh, I still have an island to build, so probably not me.
All right.
Uh,
Well,
Really nice job.
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Really,
Thank you both
really-
for coming
yeah.
on.
Thank you for having us. Yep.
Yeah, this was
thank
fun.
you.
Over.
For everybody who participated in the event, Anki, you were amazing. Law, you were amazing. Stash, you were amazing. Everybody else who isn't here was also amazing.
Right?
It's been an incredible month. I'm gonna go. We're all gonna go sleep for the next millennia.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Right?
We'll wake up and everything around us will look like this.
Oh my god,
Right, yeah,
maybe
yeah,
that is
yeah,
lovely.
Infinite is lovely. We're gonna have dreams of just this city. It's gonna be great.
Oh my gosh.
I really appreciate everybody making this possible. I had the idea, y'all made it come to life. It is an amazing month. Some great memories and everything. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I'm gonna miss this. This was fun. I'm gonna miss it in about a week. I'm gonna, you know, not
For
not
about
right
a
away.
week. You'll miss it for about a week.
I'll miss it for about a week.
That's fair. That's fair.
Dude, I got so much stuff going on. Gotta make room.
That's a good amount of missing.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as the world download comes out, it'll be available.